Welcome back to Stardew Valley. I'm your host, longtime listener. Be sure to drop a like, hit the subscribe button, and comment below. Alright, Steel Hoe is ready. So we'll have to go pick that up today. It's Elliot's birthday. So why is it not showing me what he loves? It's supposed to do that. Our little gift taste helper app or mod, I don't think is working right now. Well, it's doing it on here, but not on the calendar where I thought it would do it. So I'm not sure what's going on. It's only doing it for certain people. Like, what in tarnation? Now I gotta look him up. Give me a second. Crab cakes. Ooh, I wonder if Willie is still selling crab cakes. So that's one that we will look for. And then he loves all fruit. Or he likes all fruit. Except pomegranate and salmonberry. So we should have fruit, right? Lots of fruit. Okay, so Shane found some pepper poppers in the back room of JojaMart ages ago and sent it to me in the mail. Okay. That's kind of gross. Oh, the music wasn't the same as the one that we had at the end of the last episode, if you remember. It's okay, though. Alright, we've got bok choy. I'm not a huge fan of bok choy. I've only had a few recipes that call for it, and it's always just like, it's just a little too leafy for my taste. I don't know. There's got to be ways that you can prepare it differently that I would enjoy more. But anyway. Alright, let's go here. And we are going to save the gold quality ones. Yeah. Sorry. Okay. I'm debating whether to take this with me or not. I think I'm going to just pop it into the cooking chest here. So. That's probably good for smeltage for now. That'll give me 73 copper bars. We're doing okay. There's that song. It came around on the randomized cycle. Oh, this is the grandpa dying scene. We don't like that song. It makes us sad. Didn't I say I was keeping gold quality eggs? I feel like I did. Gold quality white eggs. Wasn't that the one that we decided to save? Yeah. Keep half the mayo. Let's just grab those, put them away. Should I smelt anything else? Might as well. There. The ore doesn't do me any good, so might as well smelt it. Alright. Sell, 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 sell. What are we going to do today? I only have 4,800 bucks, so I don't even have enough yet to upgrade my watering can, but I'm about to because I can take that money straight to Pierre. So let's grab our 5 iron bars. Now, I've got 21 geodes that I won't be able to bust. There you go. We need to check the traveling cart in case there's anything super duper awesome and rare that we would like to buy. I'm not paying $4,000 for a snowman scarecrow. So, all right. That's that. Let's head on down to Funky Town. Man, I forgot to bring fruit for... So let's go to the shed. Summer. We're going to give him a peach. Why not? Oh, I almost dug through the trash right when he walked out. Whew. You don't want to get on Vincent's bad side, let me tell you. Wait, I got to go to Pierre's first. Nope. Oh, check the trash. Nothing. 3 largemouth bass. Willie is looking for. Hey, man. All right. So, sell. Now I have plenty for the watering can and the geodes. So, well, not plenty. I have enough is probably the more appropriate word. So, what should we do after this, though? We could catch the 3 fish that Willie wants. We should start trying to really just, like, let's make it a point to go out of our way to do help wanted ads. Let's be a good neighbor. Like State Farm. So, we got to process the geodes first. I already have one of those. Or at least I've already donated one. And I might already have one at home, too. Come on, give me a dwarf gadget. Well, now I have 2 of those, for sure. I feel like I've already donated that. Yep. I feel like I've already donated that. No, I have not. Nice. Soapstone or limestone, that one is. Iron. More stone. Fool's Gold. No, Jaggerwhite. 2 in a row. 3 in a row. Did I break the game by having so many geodes? Another one of those little guys. Earth crystal and another limestone. Cool. Upgrade tools. Steel watering can. So that's the last of our iron ore upgrade items. Now it's going to be all gold. I don't even know how many gold bars I've got smelted. I'll need at least 25. Or wait. 1, 2, 3. I'll need 4. So 20 of them. You can go there, I guess. And that's it. Okay. So Willie wanted 3 largemouth bass. Let's go ahead and go catch those. It's Friday fishing day. We should first at least go check the beach for forageables. We don't want to let anything slip away over the weekend when they reset. So, we haven't checked our crab pot. Oh! Yeah, I'm glad I remembered because, or I'm glad I came down here. I would have totally forgot his birthday. There we go. Where are all the beach forageables, though? There they are. Bubbles. Well, that wasn't the most fruitful effort. Um, but it wasn't terrible. Oh, there was a baseball game the other day where the Angels were playing Tampa Bay, the Rays, and the Angels were winning handily. And the Rays brought in a position player, like a second baseman, to pitch. Like the game was that far out of control. They bring this guy in to pitch, and there's a player on the Angels named Anthony Rendon, a right-handed hitter who batted left-handed against this guy. It's the only time in his major league career he's ever batted left-handed. He hit a home run. He is, in his lifetime, 1 for 1 batting left-handed with a home run. That's insane. Why do I keep catching fish that I don't want? Like, the whole reason I'm here is for largemouth bass, and I only need 3. How long is it going to take me to get them? There's one. Keep them coming. There's bubbles. It's the second time we saw bubbles today. You want them, though, way out away from shore so that you can hit them and get the iridium quality catches. You know what I mean? It was a good luck day today, wasn't it? That's 2. I was going to say, we should be getting more treasure. I'm happy with that diamond. It's always good to have some diamonds on hand. Pretty much, I think every female in the game loves them, with maybe like one exception. And I'm trying to think of who it would be. Bing. I don't know if there are any other lake fish that I need to catch in the fall. But we're up here. We're having fun. We might as well do it. So while I'm fishing, I will tell a story that I don't think I've told on this playthrough. I know I've told it several times on my other playthroughs. But I will tell the story of how my youngest child was born. And it starts with the story of how my oldest child was born. So she's now 8, and she was our first, so like we didn't really know what to expect. My wife was wanting to have a natural birth, so she was kind of prepared to, you know, like know what to expect from the childbirth process and how to like prepare herself mentally to deal with it or whatever. Because a lot of the reason people think that giving birth to babies is so like horrifically terrible is because of what they see on TV. And everything that you see on TV is dramatized. So if you kind of know what to expect and are prepared for it, it's not, I mean, it's still really hard, but it's bearable. Like, you can do it. You just got to believe in yourself. But anyway, we were going to try and like wait to get to the hospital until it was really time. You know, like, because a lot of people, you hear these stories with their first, where they go to the hospital and they're there for like 3 hours and they get sent home, or they're there for like 10 minutes and they're like, no, you're not ready. Come back. Like, you know, come back again later. Or they're there for like over a full day of labor and then they end up having a C-section anyway, stuff like that. So anyway, we get to the hospital and like on the way there, she really started to get uncomfortable to where she even at one point said like, I don't know if I'm going to make it. Like we might have to do this on the side of the road. Because obviously, like at that point, she could feel the baby drop, apparently. So we get to the hospital, and I pulled up to the emergency entrance, which you're not supposed to do, but it was like, this baby is going to be born right here if you don't get her out of this car right now. What we're going to throw away this green algae. Actually, the glass shards. They are useless. I can't even sell them, I don't think. But anyway, we get to the hospital and like the door opens and somebody came walking over like, you can't park here. And as soon as the door opened and they could hear her like screaming and see that she was pregnant, it was like if you've ever accidentally kicked an ant hill and you see ants scrambling everywhere in a panic, that's kind of like what happened whenever they realized what was going on. People were running everywhere. Somebody came out with a wheelchair to, to haul her in there. So they take her, and I go, and it's like, it took me maybe 5 minutes to park the car because they told me, like, you can park right there. And I parked in, like, probably a doctor's parking spot or whatever. So anyway, I park, I come back in, and it's been maybe 5 minutes, and I'm like, where, like, my wife just came in here, and they're like, okay, hit the elevator right there, go to the 3rd floor, and you'll hear her. And I'm thinking, like, yeah, they're probably right. I probably will hear her. So I get up there, and sure enough, I could hear her. And the baby was out, like, 25 minutes later. Like, we were only there, checked in, like the hospital records have us arriving 33 minutes before the baby was out. It was crazy. So that's baby number 1. I guess we'll just keep fishing. We've got some time. It's Friday. I want to get to the saloon. In fact, let's just go ahead and go. So that was baby number 1. So with baby number 2, we're again kind of hoping to have it now. Like, she didn't even have a chance to get an epidural. There was no way they could have done it at that point. So with baby number 2, we're like, well, you did it with number 1, so surely we can do it with baby number 2, right? So we were planning on another natural birth. So she calls me at like, oh, what's going on? Alright, I'll take your order in a few moments. Well, what are you doing, Gus? Oh, here comes Elliot. Hello, Evan. What a pleasant surprise. I was just stopping in to relax after an 8-hour writing session. Cool, man. Bartender, 2 of your finest ales, please. And Gus is like, you got it, Skip. Like, why couldn't he take my order? And then he's like in a hurry to take Elliot's order. So I'll let you kind of watch what's going on here. But anyway, we're going to try and have another natural birth. And she calls me at like, we're going to say to our friendship. It's like 4:45. And she's like, I just felt a contraction, so, I mean, like, you don't need to rush home or whatever, because it was the end of the day anyway. So, like, I just left and came home 15 minutes. I usually leave, like, Johnny Punch clock right at 5 o'clock anyway, or even 5 minutes early in some occasions. But anyway, I get home, and she's making dinner. Oh, I should talk to Willie again, because we did the help wanted thing. So she's making dinner, And we know we're not going to be there for a while. Oh, man. I don't remember that uh, dialogue with Sebastian. But anyway, she had made dinner. We knew we weren't going to be there for a while. So when we're done eating, we go to like run the leftovers down the disposal because like they're just going to go bad if we're not there for several days. And when we do, the sink clogs, and it's like, seriously. And then I get under the sink, and we had just moved into this house, and the plumbing was a disaster. Whoever was in there before us rigged it up with like duct tape, and it was bad. So that was part of the reason why the sink clogged. It just wasn't done right. So I call my father-in-law and tell him like, hey, I need you to come over and like I'm going to show you what's going on under here because I can't explain to you what I need, but I need some PVC from the hardware store. So he comes over, and my wife at this point like goes into the living room and is just relaxing, and she's fine. Like she's kind of normal at that point. Let's do that and then go back. Like I'm going to keep the extra earth crystals because I will need those. 53 quartz is insane. I think we're going to keep all of that stuff. So she's still like comfortable at this point. And so father-in-law comes over and he sees what we need or whatever, and he runs off to the hardware store to go get it. And it's at that point where, like, for the first time, I heard my wife kind of moan, like, ooh, you know, just one of those, like, guttural, trying to hold in a, you know. So anyway, I heard that, and I was like, baby, why don't you go up and get in the shower, and then we'll take off. So she goes up to get in the shower, and by the time she's, like, even halfway through her shower, I hear her moaning more frequently and louder, and I'm starting to get a little bit nervous. And like my sister-in-law was on her way over at this point now because like she was gonna follow us to the hospital. I gotta focus for a second because like that needs to go there, that needs to go there, that needs to go like that. Do I need the dwarvish helms? I'm going to keep all of them because there's one that I will need for something else, I believe. All right, I think we're good to sell all of that stuff. So where was I in the story? Oh, she's starting to moan, and I'm starting to get a little bit nervous. And so I tell her, you know, like, we need to get in the car. And, like, her hair is still pretty wet at this point. My sister-in-law just now getting to the house. And my mother-in-law was... Oops. Sorry. My mother-in-law is now on her way. Because she's going to stay at home with our then 8-year-old. I don't need that many chubs. I don't need that many chubs. So... Anyway, mother-in-law is almost there. Sister-in-law is just pulling in the driveway when, like, I'm getting my wife into the car. Ooh, level 9. So we can now craft iridium sprinklers and a seed maker, which is that one I think we're going to maybe try and do today so that I can put my ancient fruit in there. We made $6,000. Selling off some of those extra chubs contributed to that a little bit. Anyway, sister-in-law is pulling in. We had the car all loaded up and ready to go. Oh, I didn't catch that it was supposed to rain today. So we actually probably want to go fishing today because there will probably be different fish for us to catch. I'm thinking ocean fishing. So let's get moving here. But we had everything loaded up in the car. Like we had towels down on the seats in case anything happened in there or whatever. Um, we had like cookies in there for the nurses. All right, none of the... Hey! Oh, stupid guys. Whose job was it to remind me to make scarecrows? Dang it. What did we lose? Amaranth. Well, at least that's all we lost. But we screwed that up. So what we'll do is just put more amaranth down once those are finished growing. So let's come on in here. We will save the golds again. And we don't need to replant anything. Do I need to smelt anything? We can smelt those. I could also smelt some more quartz if I want to. So, anyway, where are we? Oh, we're just leaving, or getting ready to leave. We're not even out of the driveway yet. My sister-in-law had just pulled in the driveway, and my wife tells me that her water broke. Like, she just got in the car and her water broke, and she is, at this point, like, she's in labor. So I'm like, as soon as my sister-in-law pulls in, I'm like, we gotta go, like now. So she doesn't even like get out of her car practically, and we're already leaving, and I'm driving at least 60 miles an hour in our neighborhood trying to get to the hospital, and I didn't even make it 2 blocks. Like, I didn't get out of our neighborhood. And she starts like telling me, you got to pull over now. So I do. And as I'm doing that, I have hands free in my car. So I'm trying to call my sister to tell her, like, I got to pull over. So I'm saying, hit the button and say, call Amanda. That's my sister-in-law's name. And since there was other noise in the car, apparently my car could not hear. He wants 30 ores again? I don't know that that's going to happen today, but we will maybe try and do that tomorrow. But anyway, there's so much noise that my car is confused and thinks that we said to call Amber. And I tried it twice and couldn't get it to happen. So Amber is, and the worst part is, like, Amber was my wife's former colleague that, like, I don't even know why I had her number in the system. But anyway, I get out of the car, and after I gave up on calling Amanda, I called 911. And I did this, like, using my hands going 60 miles an hour in a neighborhood. Certainly not the smartest thing I've ever done. So I'm calling 911. They answer, and I'm trying to tell them, like, my wife's in labor, and I've got to stop on the side of the road, and, like, we need an ambulance here because this baby's coming. So they're asking me for my address. Well, I'm trying to tell them, but they can't hear me because of all of the screaming. I already donated that, right? Yeah. So I couldn't get them to understand the address that I was telling them. So, I'm just trying to give them, like, the intersection that we're at or whatever. So my sister-in-law pulls up behind me. I give her the phone and tell her, like, just tell, it's 911. You got to tell them where we are. And so apparently when I did that, the phone, either like I bumped it or she bumped it, or I don't know what happened, but the call dropped. So when that happens, 911 will call you back. So as soon as I hand her the phone, I go back to my wife, and I'm trying to get the seat to go back, and it's power seats. So, like, she's like, yeah, you got to get the seat back. and this seat is going like as slow. It might as well have been slow motion the way it was going. Like it wasn't going fast enough. So we get the seat back, and like as soon as the seat was back, baby was out like seconds later. But it was like the 911 people, when they called back, the baby was already out. Like basically all it took was putting the seat back so that she could straighten out a little bit or whatever, and baby was it was out. And it was scary because she had the cord wrapped around her neck. And for a second, like I don't know anything. I'm just a dad. Uh, I was scared that maybe the reason why it happened that fast was because there was something wrong because the cord was wrapped around her neck. But I just, took a look at which way it was tangled or whatever, unwrapped it, and she started coughing and crying a little bit. And it was cold. It was November. So I had to like wrap her up in blankets, and ambulance got there a couple minutes later. Actually, it was a fire truck and an ambulance. And I think we actually rode to the hospital in the fire truck. Like the ambulance lost. I mean, they're all like first responders or whatever. And at that point, it was like, okay, well, they just need a ride. Mom was fine. Baby was fine. I got to cut the cord, which was pretty cool. Because they, the guy gets there, and he goes to cut the cord, and I wasn't thinking about it, and my wife was like, can my husband do it? I mean, like he delivered it. And I was like, I didn't really think about that. So I mean, it was just ridiculous how fast that baby came from like she didn't think it was time to have the baby. A half hour later, the baby was out. It was nuts. Like from the moment she moaned one time, and I said, "Go get in the shower," it was less than a half an hour. Because my in-laws live like 10 minutes away. When I told her to get in the shower, I called them, and she, like my sister-in-law arrived right as we were getting ready to leave. So it couldn't have been more than 15 minutes. And then it couldn't have been another 10 minutes until the baby was out. It was just like, what just happened? So, child number 2 born in a car on the side of the road. And then, of course, like when we get to the maternity ward, we were like celebrities. Because, like, everybody on the floor was like, oh, those people right there had their baby in the car. And people would like see us in the elevator and be like, are you the ones that had the baby in the car? Like, yep. It's just crazy. Like some people are born to have babies, apparently. My wife is one of them. So we almost had to deliver both babies in the car. Like it was not that far from the second one. And like the reason I tell the story about the first one being like really quick is because like we were kind of being careful with the second one. You know what I mean? I'm here fishing in the rain at the ocean thinking like we're going to catch some fish that we haven't caught yet. We've got a couple albacore, but that's it. Like I'm not exactly thrilled with the results of this fishing expedition. But maybe we can stick around a little bit into the night and see if something changes after 6 o'clock where we get some fish that we haven't caught yet. But like, I don't need any more sardines, guys. We ended up doing a lot of fishing in this episode, kind of unexpectedly, but whatever. 10 bait. It's been a while since I've got 10 bait. It's usually 1. But fishing is good for storytelling. So knowing that we were going to be doing some fishing, it just seemed right to tell the birth story. Okay, I was gonna say, is Willie gonna come out here and want to go fishing? And I've got Thunder right in his way. He can just walk right through Thunder, but he can't walk through me. Whatever that's about. So it's okay to park your horse there. Just don't park yourself there. Or Willie gets flustered and pushes you out of the way. Ooh, there we go. Eel. Keep on bringing the eel. Come on, give me some eels. Coal and an emerald. I'll take it. I forgot to go to Clint's and the museum today, but it's okay. Not a big deal. We can maybe do it in the next episode. If we go do the help wanted and look for the copper for Clint that he asked for, we can do that and then try and get there before he closes. Or at least get to the museum before it closes. And then we just have to do the geodes another time. So I probably should like save up geodes until we have a bunch of them, because it's kind of silly to go there and bust open 4 geodes knowing that you're probably not going to get anything that is super worthwhile. It's like you're making a trip and it's just not very fruitful. Yes, another eel. We're going to run out of energy right around 8 o'clock, which will work out pretty well. We got 3 eels, maybe another 1 or 2 here. We'll swing over to the saloon. Yeah, we can cast 1 more time after this. I don't remember if I caught any eels earlier in the playthrough. Maybe 1, I feel like, but there's a super cucumber. Alright, let's get going. We're not getting a lot of forageables so far in this playthrough, but hopefully that changes tomorrow with the reset. Hey, Willie, and Doc, and Clint, and Shane, and Leah, Pamela Ding Dong, not responding. Hey, good evening. Do I have anything for you? She probably loves emerald. Should I give her an emerald? Why not? Boop. This is fabulous. Cool. I'm glad you like it. I truly am glad that you like it. All right, before we head home, let's at least just swing down to the Cindersap Forest area and see if we can find anything to forage. Everything's going to reset tomorrow. I'm just hoping that we can come away with like a hazelnut or a plum or something, because we haven't gathered a lot this season so far. There's a mushroom. It's the one thing I don't care about, because we've got like a endless supply of them. Dang it. Well, we're kind of striking out here. Not kind of striking out. This is a definite bust. 1 common mushroom out of that trip. Let's sneak in here and see if there's anything. I'm not here for the hardwood. I'm just there for forageables, and I don't see any. Wait, does it not rain? Oh, it did. Okay. I was like, does it not rain in Cindersap Forest? But it does. I should know that, because we caught catfish in there earlier. Remember? All right, 10:40. We got to get to bed here, guys. It's getting late. I'm not sure that I'm crazy about where that well is located, but Let me know if you have other ideas for locations that we should put it. Let's just go like that. And now we're going to smelt that fire quartz. All right, let's go here. Eels all go. Tilapias were good. Albacore. Super cucumber. Red snapper. Okay, so we're good on all that other stuff. And then I don't need the seaweed anymore. So we've got a fair number of geodes here. Skeletal tail we'll hang on to. We can sell all of that. Alright. So we shouldn't have any issues with scarecrows now. I'm kind of mad at myself for having screwed that up, but it's not the end of the world. Alright, let's head to bed, and then we'll get a glimpse of what's going on for the next episode. 4,500 bucks. Not bad. And we're going to start getting some crop income here. So for next episode, nothing on the calendar. We've finally got a steel watering can and enough to do a gold upgrade if we want to. Got some corn. And that's it. Do we have any trees? Nope. Unbelievable. That's kind of getting on my nerves there, guys. But that'll do it for this episode. If you have not done so already, please be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, comment below, and we will see y'all next time.